Are you vegan? Do you like to grow food in your garden? Would you like to make your own vegan fertilizer? I've been making a compost tea using weeds and plants from my organic garden. In my last video I mentioned that it would be super easy to make a vegan fertilizer. So in this video I'm going to show you how it's done. You will be amazed at how easy it is to make. So let's get over to the garden and let's get started today on organic gardening in North Carolina. The first thing we need to do is to fill the bucket with unchlorinated water, if possible. If you leave the water uncovered for a day, the chlorine will evaporate out. I'm using a 5-gallon bucket, but you can make as little or as much as you have materials and container for. I'm also going to use a plant called Comfrey in the mix. Let me tell you a few things about Comfrey. Comfrey is a wonderful plant for making fertilizer. Comfrey contains between 22 to 33% protein. It also has vitamins A, C, B12, and it's very drought resistant. It's also rich in silicon, calcium, potassium, phosphorus, iron, iodine, trace minerals, and more. It has been used as a folk remedy for thousands of years. It can be chopped and dropped to compost into the soil, or it can be used in your compost pile, or it can simply be mixed into the soil when you're planting. I will put an end screen to a video I made about Comfrey if you would like to learn more about this amazing plant. But today we're going to use it for making our compost tea. So we're going to fill the bucket almost completely full with organic green materials. In addition to the Comfrey, we're going to add some weeds. And what garden doesn't have an abundance of this natural resource? Isn't this an amazing thing that we can reuse and repurpose our weeds? This is going to make some amazing fertilizer. So we're going to fill the bucket almost completely full with organic green materials. I'm going to add some compost that has already been finished from my compost pile. Another thing that would be great to add in this mix for a vegan fertilizer would be to add some seaweed concentrate. Next, I'm going to add some used coffee grounds. I don't drink coffee, but there is a Starbucks at my local grocery store that packages their used grounds and makes them available for free to gardeners. I think a lot of Starbucks do this, and a lot of other coffee vendors as well. Let me read you right what it says on their bag. The goodness of coffee grows beyond the cup. Reusing coffee grounds reduces landfill waste and supports environmental health. Here's how it works. Much of coffee's acidity is removed in the brewing process, leaving behind a green material that promotes plant growth, repels ants and slugs, and entices earthworms. Coffee grounds have an average pH of 6.9, a carbon-nitrogen ratio of 20:1, and can be added directly to your garden as a side dressing for nitrogen-loving plants. Test with a small amount first. Or add to your compost. Combined with brown materials for enriched compost, experts recommend up to 20% coffee grounds in a compost pile. If you're following a recipe for making compost, coffee grounds are considered a green material. Okay, so this mix is going to take at least a week to compost anaerobically in the summer. It will take longer if it's cooler. I put a lid on it so I'm not going to be raising mosquitoes, and also because it does smell pretty terrible. I guess it's pretty terribly wonderful. Let's take a look at it each day to see what it looks like each day along the way. Here's day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, all done. Now I'm going to show you how to dilute the mix and use it on your plants. Alright, so we're going to take this and dilute it. You can dilute it from 1 part in 10 for everyday watering, or you can use it up to full strength if you have a plant that really needs some help. It won't be so strong that it's going to burn your plants. You can also use it as a foliar spray. Of course, I wouldn't use it on the leaves of lettuce or other things that you will be eating directly. I mix it up in these kids' play buckets. Of course, you can use another 5-gallon bucket or sprinkling can or whatever container you have available. I have some cucumbers that I just recently planted, and I'm going to use this on them to see how they will grow. I think making your own fertilizer is especially good for vegans and organic growers because we are, or at least we should be, more concerned about what is going into the soil, it's going to go into the plants, and finally into our bodies. So making our own fertilizer is a very sustainable and awesome way to recycle waste into a usable product. So here are the cucumbers 2 weeks later. I've been putting that vegan swamp water, vegan fertilizer on them, and they're doing really well. They're about 2 feet tall. Looks like they're about ready to start putting out some blossoms. Hey guys, I'll put an end screen up here to the video on Comfrey. Over here, I will put my original swamp water video, compost tea. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and share it out with your friends and family. That really helps my channel. Alright, have a blessed day. We'll see y'all again real soon.